Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. So, I just want to start off by saying I tried to film this video last week and I tried to make it extremely informative about Stony Brook housing and my experience with it, but it just wound up turning into a rant video anyway, so I decided to delete that footage and make this video what it's meant to be, and that is a rant video about why I hate Stony Brook housing and why I'm making the decision to leave Stony Brook housing and become a commuter for my senior year. Before we get into the video, I just want to say that this is my own personal experience. You can live in the building or the quad that I'm going to be talking about and have a completely different experience from me. I've also lived in a different quad and I've had a completely different experience than this. I know that there are places on Stony Brook campus that are absolutely gorgeous and the quality of living is so much better than where I'm going to be talking about. So don't take anything I say too seriously. This is just my way of expressing how it's been for me living on Stony Brook campus and why I'm leaving it. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. This is definitely a different type of video than I've ever filmed before. And if you do, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, head on down there and subscribe. I appreciate all the love and support that I can get. And with that being said, let's get into the rant. So I'm going to say the name of the quad where I live. I'm not going to say the specific building, but I'm pretty sure everything I say about my experience here can be generalized to all the buildings in this quad because my roommate has lived in a different building in this quad and has had like the same experience. So I'm going to say the quad I live in, not the building, just for like personal reasons. So I live in Tabler Quad and I've compiled 5 or so reasons, give or take, about why I dislike living in Tabler Quad. These are reasons that have led me to make the decision to move off campus and commute my senior year. So let's get into it. Oh, I just want to say I lived in Tabler Quad for 2 years now, so my sophomore and junior year. So this is like 2 years worth of experience I'm going to be talking about. So my first reason for why I don't like living in Tabler Quad is the location. It is very out of the way. It is one of the furthest dorms or quads on campus. You can only get to main campus and back 2 ways, and one of the ways for you to get back to the quad, you have to walk up an extremely difficult set of stairs. And I'm not just saying that because I'm out of shape, but it's basically a set of steps that are like a few steps and then a really steep incline, and it's a real inconvenience to have to walk up and down these stairs or walk to and from campus. We are 5 minutes from Roth Quad and another 5 minutes from main campus and probably 15 or so minutes to the other side of campus, so the location is very inconvenient. We are also the only quad on campus that does not have its own dining hall. A lot of the other quads are positioned either right next to a dining hall, like connected to a dining hall, like the dining hall is in the quad. Tabler Quad is the only one where we don't have our own dining hall. The closest dining hall to us is Roth Quad, and like I said, it's a bit of a hike to get there. It's about 5 minutes, give or take, the speed at which you walk at. We do have this building in Tabler Quad called the Tabler Art Center. I think we call it the TAC, and it used to be a Dunkin' Donuts and then they changed it into a bagel place, but this past year it's been a walk-in vending machine. So basically you walk in and pick out what you want, you scan it, and you pay for it yourself, which sounds like a great idea when you get presented with it, but they originally told us that it was going to be 24 hours and it's not 24 hours. In fact, it closes at midnight when the whole building closes. So there's false advertisement on their part. And also, I cannot tell you how many times I walk into this place really hungry and wanting a snack and they did not restock it and it's basically completely empty. I will insert a clip in a second of the other day when I went there to grab a snack and there was literally nothing to choose from. Sometimes they don't even have water, which I feel like is the most important thing to have in like a dining hall or a vending machine or anywhere. They don't even have water. So it's an inconvenience being that it's far from campus and we don't have a dining hall, because on days where the weather is crappy or you're just lazy and you don't really want to hike somewhere for food, you either don't eat or you end up eating snacks, if there are even snacks available in the TAC. So that's my first reason for why I dislike living in Tabler Quad. My next 2 reasons can kind of be lumped together and I'm going to be talking about them together, but it's basically the cleanliness and maintenance of the building and the inconveniences of this building. So I'm pretty sure Tabler Quad is one of the oldest quads that Stony Brook has. The buildings are very old and therefore they are very run down. So beginning with cleanliness and maintenance, Dorms in Taylor Quad are suite style, so you have your own bathroom, but there is like a custodial like person that's supposed to come once a week and clean your bathroom for you. And in the beginning of the year, they're always like on top of their cleaning. So basically they're supposed to come every week. They give you a date and a time that they're supposed to come. And in the beginning of the semester, they always start out strong, coming on the specific date and the specific time. But as the semester goes on, they become more variable with it. There's also different people that come, and I know that doesn't seem like an issue, but a few weeks ago, someone didn't even knock and announce that they were custodial. I just heard them fumbling with a set of keys and trying to find the right key to our room, because they do have keys to all our rooms just so they can come in and clean if you're not home. They didn't announce themselves. They basically keyed themselves in and was like surprised that I was sitting on my own couch. So that's kind of annoying. And you know, sometimes they just decide not to come at all. And I know you can take it upon yourself to buy cleaning supplies and clean your own bathroom, but as a college student, no one wants to do that. No one wants to buy their own cleaning supplies, spend the money on that. So it's really frustrating when your bathroom can be dirty for up to 2 weeks if they just decide not to come, or they come at a very inconvenient time. For a short period of time, they were coming at 8 a.m., then they came at 12, then they came at 1, then they just didn't come at all. And like I said, it's a different person every time. So that's really annoying. Also, they don't take out the trash when they're supposed to take out the trash. There is trash and recycling rooms on every floor in this building, and they don't take out the trash or the recycling when they're supposed to. So, because of that, Tabler buildings have a very peculiar smell to them. I always tell people there's like 4 scents that you can get when walking into Tabler, and it's like a gamble every time you walk in which of the 4 scents you're gonna get. Basically, you have a petting zoo or like a farm, that scent. On days where they do decide to clean, it smells like an indoor pool, like chemically, but like musty. Sometimes it does smell like a very dirty vagina, which is a very distinct smell, and it is disgusting. And then some days it smells like vomit. But then there's like that other category where you walk in and you're like, wow, this smells really, really weird right now, and you can't put your finger on it. And it like comes into your room. So not only do the hallways smell gross, but then your room smell gross, the whole building smells gross. And then when it's hot in the summer months, it's gross. So the cleanliness and the maintenance of the building is not that great. And then going off of that, because these are older buildings, there's like a lot wrong with the buildings. So this semester, we've had our water shut off like 5 or 10 times, between 5 and 10 times. And when I say shut off, I mean no hot water, no cold water. You can't flush the toilet, you can't brush your teeth, and you can't shower. And it's always between the times of 9 and 1, which are very inconvenient times because most people are waking up for class at that time, and they need to go to the bathroom, they need to brush their teeth, they need to shower for class, and they just turn the water off. And yes, they give you like a warning that the water's going to be turned off, but last time they said the water would be back on by 1, and it wasn't back on until like 3. So I waited to shower all day basically. So it's very inconvenient when you wake up and you don't have any water on. We've also had no heat during the frigid winter months. We've had our windows like locked on us, like you close it and then it locks and gets stuck. So that means it gets very hot in your room. And there's also been construction going on lately. I will insert a clip in a second of the construction. This is a clip that I got a few days ago, but this construction has been going on for 3 weeks, I guess to fix the whole water problem that's going on. But they've ripped up all the concrete and like grass and ground outside to replace the pipes to fix the water problem. So because of this, there's like loud and large machinery driving around all the time, which to me is not safe when a huge like dump truck is driving by you when you're walking to and from class. And also when they first began, when they ripped up all the pipes, it was like neck deep. Like the construction workers were in the ground like neck deep, and they basically just put a piece of plywood over the ditch for you to walk over to get to class, or you had to walk all the way down and around the quad to get back on to the sidewalk to walk to class. So that is very inconvenient. It is loud, it is annoying. So between the no water, the no heat, the no ventilation, the construction, it's just stuff that I don't really want to deal with. And on top of that, if something breaks in the building or you need something fixed, you're supposed to go on this website called like fixit.com or whatever, and you put in something that's called a work order. So things have broken, like our toilet broke in the beginning of this semester, and we put in a work order for that. And not only one, we probably put like 6 in. And every time they came, they either didn't come for weeks, or they did come and they literally stared at the toilet or flushed it and they're like, it's fine. They also came once and said that they had to completely rip out the toilet and give us a new one, but then a week later came back and said, never mind, we don't have to do that. They probably just didn't want to spend money on it. So you put in work orders to get things fixed. Like when our windows were stuck, I put in a work order. They didn't come. The toilet, they didn't come. Heat, took them a few days. but they've also came and fixed things that we didn't put work orders in for. I remember once I was at class and my roommate texted me and was like, hey, there's someone in your room like fixing something. They like moved my roommate's desk completely and then realized that they were in the wrong room. Then on a second occasion, they came and put a ladder on my bed because my bed is lofted above my desk, and they came and installed a ladder, and then they realized that they did it to the wrong room, so they came back and took the ladder down and then brought it to the right room. So things either don't get fixed when they're supposed to get fixed, or things get fixed that don't need fixing, or they just inconvenience you with everything else. So that's basically 2 reasons lumped into one about why I don't like living in Tabler Quad. So the next reason, I probably should have started off with this reason for like big bang factor, but Tabler Quad is full of critters, some friendly, some not. We've had spiders, which I know are like a normal bug, but we've had spiders, we've had centipedes, we have like ant infestations, we've had stink bugs, and we've had beetles. But most disgustingly, we've had cockroaches, and I'm not talking about the little cockroaches that you can like kill and move on with your life and not be terrified. I'm talking about like huge cockroaches. If I can get my roommate to send me the video, if she still has the video of last year when there was a cockroach in our shower, this cockroach wasn't like this big or this big or this big. It was like this big. You'll see it if I can get the video of it in relation to the shower head, and it was huge, like terrifyingly huge. Website once again and put in a work order. Sorry guys, my foot fell asleep. That's why I'm like down further. I'm not sitting on my foot. But you can go on that website and put in a work order for them to come and exterminate. But they either come and half-ass spray the room, or they just don't come at all and nothing gets exterminated. And it's really bad in like the warm months. That's when all the bugs start to come out. We've had so many beetles in our room in the warm months. It's actually disgusting. And then in the fall, you get like the centipedes, which are disgusting. Thankfully, not to jinx myself, I've not seen a roach. I wasn't home when that big roach came. I've seen roaches, but just not in my room. So bugs are a huge problem, and no one wants to deal with that. No one wants to live amongst people they don't want to live amongst. So bugs are another huge issue. And the last driving force for me to move out of Stony Brook housing, and I know, can't really fault these people. They're just doing their jobs in some cases, but in other cases they're not. The RAs and the RHDs actually are the worst species of human being ever to exist. They are just not good people, and I know they're doing their job, and I know that they're like getting paid to do this, but like there comes a point where you just need to give up. Like, we're in college, move on with your lives. So basically for our RHD, we had a different one last year and she really wasn't that bad. Yeah, we hate her in the moment, but compared to who we have this year, it's actually horrible. So I want to give you guys some quick stories about why I hate the RAs and RHDs. So the first being why I hate the RHD. So basically, we moved out for winter break. We're gone for like 6 weeks or whatever it is. And I come back, and we had something on our wall that we called the wall of shame, which sounds exactly like what it is. A wall of shame. It's basically a bunch of really funny pictures of us drunk or doing ridiculous things, or just people, just really funny, ridiculous memes and things like that we hung on our wall, or pictures of us. One of them was like me pantsless in front of a toaster. I was like making myself a sandwich at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, really ridiculous photos. We've also had like paper awards hung on our wall, like things that we've won. So basically it was like a compilation of photos. And I moved out and I moved back in. I was the first one to come back to school in like moving back in this semester. And after being in the room for a little bit, I realized that the wall of shame was gone. And not just one picture, like the whole wall of shame was gone. So I was a little confused. I didn't know if one of my roommates like took it down before they left, because I wasn't the last one to leave. So I don't know, I just thought someone like took it down. So I like wrote in our group chat, I was like, where's the wall of shame? Everyone was just as confused as I was. And so Sophia, my other roommate, gets home and she's in her room and she realizes that something else was missing. She had 2 shot glasses on her desk. Yes, shot glasses. Alcohol, paraphernalia, whatever you want to call it. We're not allowed to have those. I can understand if there was like alcohol in them and you saw us like about to take shots or something like that, but she had Q-tips in these shot glasses. They were like the double shot glasses, and she used them to hold her Q-tips. So she realizes her shot glasses are missing. But then, if you look closely, I'm going to insert a video. She looks behind her desk and realizes that the RHD and the RA who came dumped her Q-tips out on the floor behind her desk as if to conceal the fact that they were dumping her Q-tips out on the floor behind her desk.
Fucking Q-tip holder!
She got written up for having shot glasses
It's a Q-tip holder!
that were holding Q-tips.
It's a Q-tip holder!
We love Stony Brook. Wait, I need the thing. Where's the little green thing?
I can't stand this man. Oh my god.
Here we go. Alcohol or drug paraphernalia when it was a Q-tip holder. So then, we realize, all right, there are actually like things are missing. So we decide to go down to our RHD and ask him, hey, where's our pictures? Where's her shot glasses? And he tries to tell us that he doesn't know. As if he's not supposed to be entering the rooms with the RAs to conduct room searches, which I know for a fact he's supposed to be in there with them. He tries to tell us that he has no idea where our things are. He doesn't remember taking them. When I ask him for the pictures back, or even the awards at the very least, he says that he has no idea where they are. They were taken. And then he looked around his room half-assed for Sophia's shot glasses and said he has no recollection of taking them and he has no idea where they are. So my question is, where's the picture of me pantsless in front of a toaster? Who has that in their desk? Who's holding on to that? I would really like that back. At the very least, just give me that picture back, because that's weird. It's me, pantsless, next to a toaster, in a thong, mind you. And some grown man probably has it somewhere. Or it could be thrown out, but I would like to think that he's keeping that somewhere. So that's very annoying. We've had noise complaints at like 4 o'clock in the morning when we are sleeping. We've been written up for drinking alcohol when last time I checked I'm 21 years old and I can drink at a bar, I can drink with my family, I can drink at 3 o'clock on a Tuesday if I really wanted. But because I live in a room where one of the roommates is not 21, it's not allowed to have alcohol, and because of that we've gotten written up for it, and they made us dump out a whole unopened bottle of Fireball and a bunch of beer and other things that they found in our room, which to me is just overkill. Like, if you're really gonna yell at us for drinking, just take it, confiscate it, have us pick it up at a later time and let us take it home. Why make us, as college students, dump our money down the drain? So that was that. And the last story I'm going to tell you guys about, which I'm not going to go into much detail about because I can make a whole story time video like in and of itself, was the fact that we had the police, yes, University Police Department, UPD, come to our room at like 4 o'clock in the morning and knock on our door for hours. And you're probably saying to yourself, why didn't you just open the door if you knew it was the police? And we didn't do anything wrong. I'm pretty sure I was sleeping, my roommate was sleeping, my other roommate was studying, my other roommate was like blow drying her hair. It was like a calm Wednesday. Like, there was nothing going on. And they berated us. But not only did they knock on the door, but they covered the peephole with their fingers and did not announce that it was UPD. So it just made us believe that there was like a stranger knocking on our door for hours. So we didn't find out it was the police until after the fact, and it was this whole long thing. Long story short, nothing came of it, but the police literally were out for us for something that we didn't do, for a reason that wasn't even a thing, and it was traumatizing. So if you guys want to hear the actual full story of that, I definitely will film that video because it is very interesting, and it's honestly very ridiculous, but I will film that if that's something you guys are interested in. So, long story short, after I've ranted for 18 minutes now, Stony Brook housing is just not for me. Maybe if I lived in Roth for more than 1 year, yeah. Maybe if I lived in Toll or something, or Yang or Lottie or one of the nicer places on campus, yeah, maybe I would stay for another year. But because I've been stuck in Taylor for 2 years now, and it's just not the place for me, and I don't feel like being inconvenienced, I don't feel like having an RA up my ass when I'm 21 years old and I'm a college student. Like, I chose to come to Stony Brook and I chose to live here because I wanted the college experience while being close enough to commute home if I really had to. And to be honest, the college experience is not all that it's chopped up to be when you live in Taylor. You can't drink when you want, you can't have friends over when you want, you got bugs running around, you're inconvenienced all the time, you can't live your life how you want to live your life. So for me, it just makes more sense to move home than to put myself through this, because there have been times where I've cried thinking about coming back here. That's how much I hate being here. And to be completely honest, Harris and I are in a position in our relationship to move on with our lives. We want to work on growing our relationship and strengthen our relationship. And we also want to work on moving out and moving in together, like getting our own house. So it just doesn't make sense for me to subject myself to the torture that is Taylor Quad and live here for any longer than I really have to or want to or need to. If his family is letting me move in full time and we're ready to take the next steps in our lives, also save a bunch of money, So yeah, I am going to be commuting my senior year. I'm very excited about it. I'm a little bit nervous about it because I don't really drive. I have a license, but I think I've driven like once since I've gotten it in September, which is really, really bad. But I am getting a car this summer, so stay tuned for that. More like car videos, like commuting videos. I could do like drive with me's. A lot more and different content to come now that I'm not going to be living in my dorm anymore. But I'm excited about it. I know that I'll be able to upload more frequently than just 2 times a week probably, because I'll have more time on my hands. I'm only taking classes twice a week. So yeah, I'm moving out and I'm pretty damn excited about it. So that is it for my rant now that it's been 20 minutes long. That is it for my rant, but now I want you guys to ask me questions, not just about what it's like living on campus, but if you guys have any questions about Stony Brook University or college life in general, college social life, sororities, housing, anything Stony Brook related, any kind of question, please leave those in the comment section down below. If you made it this far in the video, you better leave a comment down below because I really want to film a college Q&A for you guys. But for that to happen, I need content, I need questions. So please leave your college related questions in the comment section down below. That is a mouthful. For me to film a college Q&A in the weeks to come. And yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed my rant. I hope it wasn't too long and too annoying, which it probably is, and it probably was, but I hope you guys enjoyed this rant, and if you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, head on down there and subscribe. If you want more rants from me, I'm sure I can find things to rant about, and with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.